Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Mean-Mugging with Chinny G. Welcome everybody. I'm joined tonight by Skippy Cohen. Can you hear me, Skip?
Oh yes, sir. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good, brother. Good, brother. You know, rocking. You're rocking the Madhouse clown. Nice, nice.
Fear the clown, baby.
Yeah, man. Some good fights to last night, eh?
I didn't catch a lot of the fights. I'll be honest. I missed all of Super Fight League 40. I did read the results when I came through this morning. Kind of went bug, but I'm back up today. First of all, big shout out to your boy. He smoked Hector Lopez. They smoked him. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah. Gary Mangat, what a guy. St. Lion. He's an Evertap fighter. And yeah, actually, I've got a show uploading I did earlier today, and I've got a clip of that fight on there. I got the finish on there. The fight didn't go too long.
No.
But that's
and I'll be honest. I was. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I was very surprised about the main event. As somebody who has known Jason Gray since his amateur days and Drew Brokenshire, I didn't see that fight going that way. What I read about it, I haven't seen the fight yet, but wow, Drew Brokenshire proving once again why he's one of the scariest men in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. And our friend Charles Gathers had a great night last night as well. Rocking the clown and getting the job done, man. Fear the clown.
Oh, for sure. Big shout out to the madman, Charles Gathers. He went down to the king of the cage and he did it again. Dude, the only guy to beat this guy in the last couple of years is a dude who was just recently cut from the UFC. He took a fight on short notice, and he made a very quick mistake, and it cost him a rear naked choke, and he'll be the first to admit it. But he proved why he deserves to keep climbing that ladder, man. Big shout out to the madman.
Oh yeah, great. I actually give him a shout out on my earlier show today as well. Just great. I mean, he took a shit kick, and he'd be the first one to tell you. And but man, heart can win a fight, and we know that.
That's one thing about him, man. That kid just loves to scrap. He's always been that way. We interviewed him about 4 years ago when we first started sponsoring him, when he was still an amateur, and he had a thing he said on the show, and I'll never forget it. He said, "I'm the black rose that grew out of the shit that is my hometown." And I've never forgot that, man. I've never forgot that. That kid, it doesn't matter how tough life is, he'll always come out on top like a rose.
Yeah, I like him. I just recently started following him. But man, he put on a good show last night, man. And he did. He stopped a lot of punches with his face last night. But man, he just kept coming, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, all the way around, just great kid, great inspiration, good story for the sport. Speaking of great guys, another guy we've sponsored over the years and support, I said it the other night on the scoreboard, can't ever count out Michael Brakefield, gets the victory, first round triangle.
Yeah.
What a beast, 5-star fight league, proving you don't call that man out on short notice.
Well, you know what? So many of these guys nowadays train 247. Yeah, and they're always fight ready.
And something about Micah, you can't ever look at his records. I hate when people use records because you know as well as I do, it's the fight, it's not the record. And he is somebody who's always dangerous. You can never count him out, and he proved it once again.
Yeah, it's great to see too.
Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was just waiting for you. But no, it's great to see you. And it's actually, this was a fantastic weekend for fights. There were fights all over the all over the continent, man.
Oh, beautiful weekend. For me as well as you, I mean, all over the world there was great stuff. I got to catch some kickboxing event night from Bangkok. You know, obviously in Victor this weekend. Big shout out to another lady we've sponsored for a long time. I know you can't see it because the camera don't pan up, but right behind me, about a foot, is Amanda the Lady Killer Bell and Victor, number 7 ranked 145-pound fighters original contract. Yeah, I have her original contract hanging right above my head, framed up.
Cool.
When she first signed it, you know, I love that young lady. She made a mistake. She got caught. She definitely proved, without a shadow of doubt, she belongs where she's at.
Well, here's to her. It's been a long day. Chinny's gonna have a little lucky, you know. So yeah, it's been quite the day. My inbox literally blew the fuck up with John Jones stuff.
Oh. Now, you know, I took I was sick, so I get out of bed this morning. You know, I'm like rolling around, just trying to wear it off, and I come out here to the studio, and you know, I flip on everything, and first thing I have is a message from a very good friend, insider of insiders, and he's like, John Jones is going to be arrested, and I'm like, what? And he tells me hit and run, possible drugs at the scene. Now this is coming from a cop who told a very good friend who trains with John Jones in Albuquerque, and the cop trains there as well. That's how I first made that post, and then anybody who reads my post will see I will not say anything other than the Rumble Johnson I could be off, because at the time I didn't want to slander anybody, but now the more and more is coming out, you know, it comes down to the basics that it looks like he was involved in some kind of an accident and possibly ran due to some kind of drugs.
Yeah.
All this is going to be clarified in the next day or so, but you know, I just started with a very basic post, and next thing I know, within an hour, everybody's got it up.
Yeah. Well, that's big news, and sadly, not a surprise to most of us. You know, I mean, it was just a few weeks back, a month back, I guess now. He posted a pic on Twitter with the pipe in the background and quickly deleted it, but it was too late. It was all over the internet already, you know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about the guy. Obviously, he's got some issues. And when the news first broke, they were talking about domestic violence and blah, 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 blah. You know, boy, what a black eye for Zuffa, though. You know, even the fact that he fled the scene, you know.
You know, we're done with the black eyes on the sports. I mean, why can't people, like, wake up, man? Look, we've got a hard enough sport that me and you are trying very hard on a day-to-day basis to support and to help grow. But, I mean, look, we need more stories like Jacob Beckman, or Josh Beckman, I'm sorry. No, Jacob Beckman, I apologize. And Nate Corey than we do, you know, John Jones. I mean,
yeah.
And I know every sport has young, rich, successful kids in it. And it's sad because this isn't just singular to MMA. This is across all major sports.
That's right.
Where young athletes are given tons of money. You know, so I don't know how we address this. I don't know how Zuffa plans on spinning this to make it a positive. But I'm going to tell you right now, if a portion of this is true, even just the hit and run, screw all the other stuff. If the hit and run's true, that's bad enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the fact that there could have been some kind of drugs involved for a DUI. What do you do? You gotta
I'll tell you what.
For a year minimum.
We got a friend, and he knows a little bit about this kind of stuff, and that would be Junie Brownie. And he made a Facebook post here. I got it right here, and it says, when you flee the scene of an accident, it's for a reason. It's actually very smart to do that, especially if you're fucked up or have something on you, like, let's say, cocaine. It's better to get in trouble for fleeing the scene of an accident than it is to get caught fucked up with an 8-ball of cocaine on you. Now, and of course, you know, this is coming from somebody who has some experience in fleeing the scene. You know?
Amen to that.
You know, but he's right. He's dead right. And you know, but if there was something in the car, which was initially reported, there was blow in the car. You know, and somebody actually seen him fleeing. I'm guessing they did. There's got to be witnesses. Yeah, he's pretty much, he's fucked.
Yeah. Now I don't know how true everything is, but I was told that he took about a dozen steps from the car, came back and grabbed something out of it, and then took off. So I mean, we're going to find out what's true and what's not true in the next day or so. But if that part's true, then that means he was running because he had something he shouldn't have. Well,
the thing is, and like people are saying, oh, it might all just be bullshit. But the simple fact of the matter is, the Zuffa has not responded in any way, shape, or form. Not to confirm, not to deny. They're getting their fucking ducks in a row, brother.
Yeah, about 30 minutes ago, right before I went to go shave my head, they just put out a small statement on Twitter that was so bland and so just as bland of a statement as you could put out. It didn't say anything one way or another. It said that they're going to be in conversation and waiting for an investigation, blah, 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 blah. You know, they just said the most boring, bland stuff you could say. But yeah, I agree. Dana White and the lawyers, and they are up right now, probably on an airplane on their way there.
Yeah. Shit's hitting the fan. And, I mean, the damage control is, I just don't see how they can control this other than distancing themselves as far as possible from John Jones.
I 100% agree. Look, on some brighter news, this week, you know, you're talking this past weekend, all the MMA, we're really lucky because this week, we start MMA early. We start with 300 Sparta, the 6th series of this event tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Deep Osaka, both kicking off the week, man. You can't beat that. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have MMA. And there's some events, if you folks can find the right TV channels, KMMA down in Bolivia, huge events. I'm a huge fan of this event. And Thunderstrike Fight League, both going down this week. Absolute Beirut going down this week. My all-time favorite, M1. I love that company.
Right on. Yeah.
Road SC's this week. Alash Pride out of Kazakhstan. Their current champion is none other than the hard-hitting hillbilly Kevin Kroom. Dude, that's a fight, brother. When he won the title, I swear on everything holy in this fucking world, man. He gets into this fight for the king, for the 25th anniversary of the country's independence, for this king, right? So the king's like, he's loving the fight. The kid gets just in this amazing, flawless performance, beats the shit out of the local champ, right? The kid split open 2 ways from Tuesday. The king stops the fight, gauzes this kid back up because he loves watching Kevin fight, puts him back in the cage. So this guy comes in like a zombie with 6 pounds of gauze on his head, and Kevin has to beat him up again. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen, man. I was like, wow.
Did you catch the Gabby Garcia match?
Dude, I 100% saw it.
Fuck me, hey?
Thursday slayed it down, man. I was like, I even got my wife to come watch that. My wife will even watch that.
Yeah.
She was like, wow. Dude, Gabby, hands down, was the favorite to win that.
Oh, she has 60 pounds on her, and she's, she's a multiple-time world champion. But that's a classic display of what jiu-jitsu is all about, and how the smaller person.
I agree. I so agree. I watched the whole weekend. You know me. I was putting up the links every day for the event. I'm a junkie for that. You know. There's so much good MMA this past weekend. This week, like I said, starting off early. I mean, I don't know what else people can ask for. I mean, this is such a great event weekend.
Oh, it
all
is.
week.
It is, man. And I'm like I got come starting the end of May. We got Unified 23 going down in Edmonton, Alberta. Followed by World Series of Fighting 21 on June 5th. Followed by KOTC up here in Cold Lake, Alberta. Man, lots of stuff going on. It's awesome. I just love it.
Oh, you guys got Havoc coming up in June?
Yeah, Havoc, June 19th.
Free streaming on the Global Combat Network. Also, Sub-Series, Submission Series Pro.
Yes.
Their next event will also be in June. It'll also be live on the Global Combat Network.
I actually have Kat on the show tomorrow.
I love Kat, man.
Yeah, man, I got him on the show tomorrow. And two.
Oh, man, look, you guys got to tune in for Chinny G interviewing Kat. This is going to be an all-time classic, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. He seems like a really good guy. He appreciates the love, you know. But I really think he's got a tiger by the tail, man. Submission Series Pro is a sleeping fucking giant, brother.
I agree, and it's funny because, you know, I saw somebody down here announce in like Georgia or, you know, Arizona, some city, some state here in the United States. They asked fans, would you be willing to do a submission-only tournament series? And I laughed. I was like, oh yeah, Jaeger.
Chinny's in the Jaeger.
Oh, well, hey, did you load that? No? You did? Oh, well, hey, if that's how it's going to be, I'm going to hit mine too, okay?
All right, sounds good, brother.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. And now we got the beer chaser.
Yeah, I love living in a state where it's legal.
Well, I tell you, up here, that's not legal up here, but it's pretty hard to get busted with it unless you're being an ass about it, you know? You know?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of free streams, 8-star full contact kickboxing tournament next month on the 2nd. I just saw that up on the Global Combat Network. So another event for you fans to tune in for free to watch.
Yeah, Chinny pumps the Global Combat Network every time I do a show. Oh man, always something going on, man. If it's not a live stream, it's a podcast. You know, there's always something on the go at the Global Combat Network, guys. Man, never say there's no MMA or anything going on, because that's not the case. That's not.
No, that's very true. I mean, like I said, starting Monday, you know, sport, and I bet you'll be able to find that on Kalanau or on Combate Television or on Broadband, or what is that, Band Sports 1 down there in San Pablo. They run a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if fans who want to find it, they can find live events almost any day of the week. If not, they can always find replays, single fights, all that stuff on the Global Combat Network if they're jonesing. Obviously, they can always find your great vlogs up there.
Yeah, we chill.
Mean-Mugging with Chinny G. Mean-Mugging.
Chinny's writing a book. Mean-Mugging, Chinny writing a book. Ah, yeah. I love it. Did you see my book I'm writing? Yeah. I'm doing Chinny G's Guide to Being a True Blue MMA Fan.
I love it, Chinny. I love it.
Yeah.
That's classic.
Because I got to tell you, man, as you know, I'm a bit of a social media whore, and I cruise the sites and whatnot. And man, some of the shit Chinny sees is just ridiculous. So we can get everybody in line with the guide to being a true blue MMA fan. You got to watch the show, brother. It is actually, let's see here. Man, that shit's moving slow. I'm 103 minutes away from uploading it. It's been uploading for over 2 hours already.
Dude, Chinny, I wish I could hook you up on my service. I had, like, Carl just gets retarded sad when I tell him what my speed is. Like, I got about 120 megabyte download and I got 6.5 upload.
Well, the shit thing here is I'm so far out of the... I'm like 16-minute drive out of Cold Lake. I'm in Cold Lake, but I'm in the fucking very last fucking row of houses kind of thing. Yeah. So I got no high speed out here, right? It's still... Yeah. So I gotta wait. It'll take a while, but it'll come. It'll come.
What about satellite? Can you use satellite internet?
That's what I'm using right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's...
So how cold is it right now?
Right now? Oh, I don't know. It's not a bad day, actually, brother. It's, I don't know, probably about 9-10 degrees Celsius.
Okay, do math in my head because I haven't had to do that in so long.
Oh, bro,
So,
they changed all that shit over when I was a youngster, right? We're switching to metric now.
so you're,
What? I'm halfway through
Yeah,
fucking
so
school and I'm a pothead. How's that gonna work? You know, what the fuck? You know?
oh shit.
Now, the only reason I'm good with weights and conversion that way is, well, because I was a pothead. You couldn't fuck me off for a point of nothing, you know.
Ain't that the truth?
Geez, you're good with fractions, Gord. Yeah. Yeah, you know. How come you can't do algebra? Because drugs don't come in fucking algebra, meat. You know.
You should put that on a shirt. Drugs don't come in algebra.
Ooh, we'll have to make one. You know what? You know who's gonna see this and do that now? Dustin Freeman.
Hey, I might just call up my printer tomorrow. By the way, your shirts are being... I just haven't gone to get them yet. The shirts for Madhouse for you, buddy. I haven't forgot. I just haven't gone to pick them up yet.
Oh, no worries,
That's
bro.
just 'cause
I'm trying to grind Carl for a banner. It'll be great for my mobile. Be great for my mobile shows.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be sick. Let me see what I can do to help that happen.
Cause I can set that all up on the stage, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I could say I got one that's 110 foot long. Want that one?
That would wrap around my whole pool room. Well,
Dude,
wait.
110 foot long banner. One of the guys we work with, Bully Busters, who for Absolute Chaos. One of the cool things about that company is anybody who shows up to their events with Madhouse gear gets in for free.
Nice.
So we work really close with these guys. Well, they made a 110 foot banner and gave it to me, and that thing like wrapped around my house, bro.
I bet you it weighs 60, 70 pounds.
Oh, so massive. I got it just rolled up on the shelf, man, because there's nowhere to hang something like. They thought it'd be funny, but I mean it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but literally, me and Lapaki stretched out. It was longer than my house, man. I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna hang this.
No, that's something.
Yeah, I just have it rolled.
That's something you stretch out when you go to an outdoor venue.
But yeah, I've told a couple of people, like, if they need it for security, railing, let me know.
Yeah.
Yellow and black. So, I told some people I'd help them out. But, yeah, I'll definitely talk with Carl and see what we can do about helping you get a banner for when you travel for your show.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. And I told Carl I got no problem parting with a little bit of coin either. That's it is what it is, right? That shit don't come free.
Well, the great thing is, it sounds horrible to say, but I can get stuff done cheaper and ship it to you guys in Canada than you guys can get it locally.
Yeah,
that is.
you can. But you know what? Our friend Jesse Fox at Havoc has actually opened up a printing company.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So you can get the Chinny G hookup.
Yeah, I'll give him a shout and see what he can do for me in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good for you guys to get somebody up there who could do you guys work for fair prices. Because, like, my printer, and we were able to get them shipped there from the West Coast of the United States all the way to the East Coast of Canada for cheaper. Not by like a little, but by a lot.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And of course our dollar is in the fucking toilet right now. The economy's no good here, you know. Luckily, luckily my wife is in industry, and she's a regional supervisor for the company she works for. But she's in an industry that doesn't get affected by this at all. You know.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing, because the service her company provides is actually janitorial, and you can't get rid of it. It has to be there. You know.
Yep, somebody's got to clean.
Yep, you
Something,
bet.
I know.
I tell you, brother, I did that job. I was a chef for 25 years. I run hotel kitchens. You name it, I've done it. I've washed dishes. I've cleaned fucking toilets. And I was living in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and I just got burnt out on the bullshit. You know, and I actually got recruited by another hotel, and they promised me the moon, and dumbass Chinny didn't sign a contract. So when I got there, they fucked me over royally. And I told them, listen, and it was payday. And I get there at 6:30 in the morning. I walk up to the chickie who represents the owners, and I said, listen, if my check is not right today, I'm fucking walking. Well, what does she do? She pays me an hour before the lunch rush hits. Now this is an oil town, brother. When it's lunchtime, it's fucking lunchtime. It's busy shit. And I looked at her, and I looked at the check, and I said, you know, if you had any brains, you would have waited till 2 o'clock. She said, what do you mean? I said, I told you this morning. I quit. She says, right now? I said, right fucking now. My sous chef looks at me, he says, it's almost lunchtime. I said, not my problem. I don't work here anymore. You know?
Amen.
And then I go home. I go home, and the old lady says to me, she says, well, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. Maybe I'll work for you. So she says, well, just give me a minute. She arranged a piss test for that afternoon. And so away I went. I pissed, and the next day I was out on site doing janitorial work. And I'll tell you, until people have done a job like that, they don't know what work is, man. They're the lowest paid, one of the lowest paid people out on site, and they work a damn sight harder than everybody else. I did that for 2 years, and then I got into union insulating, and I got my journeyman's ticket for that. You know. So.
Yeah, we're so similar, because I did janitorial and then went to being a chef for like the last 20 years. And I just recently got burnt out, and that's when I really put everything I had in the madhouse and went full-fledged over the last couple of years. But I'm back in the bar business because a good friend bought a bar, and she asked me to come run the back of the house for her, so I'm doing it. But trust me, I could be doing something else and probably be happier. But it's good.
You know what, buddy? I'm getting ready to go back to work here. I quit the herb here about 2 months ago, and because you know I'm what they call a chronic, and that shit, you know, I got more THC in blood, right? So it takes me a while to clean up, but I'm going right back. I'm going back to the kitchens. I actually miss it. You know, some people are made for that stress level and can handle it. I'm one of those people.
That's us.
You know.
That's us. Hey, you know, with guys like us, I mean, we're just naturally suited for that environment. I mean, nobody cares what we look like as long as the food's, you know, good and the kitchen's clean. You know, they don't care what we look like. They don't care if we're goofy or funny, you know. I mean, kitchen staff is kitchen staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I was working at the Padolin Inn, they fired the chef that was